Myths and Mysteries, Jack the Ripper. In the autumn of 1888, the East End of London was gripped by fear and fascination. A series of brutal murders took place in the slums of the Whitechapel district, and the killer became known by the name Jack the Ripper. Between the 31st of August and the 9th of November, 1888, at least 5 women's bodies were discovered in or near Whitechapel, each murdered in a very similar, shocking way. The victims included Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly. The crimes had 3 horrifying features. First, the victims' throats were cut. Second, many bodies were mutilated, for example the abdomen opened and internal organs removed, which suggested the murderer might have had some anatomical knowledge. Third, the murders occurred in a small area, within the same district of the city, making the killer's pattern more obvious. Despite the massive publicity, the police never caught the killer. No one was ever officially identified or prosecuted as Jack the Ripper. The name Jack the Ripper comes from a letter sent to the press and police which claimed to be from the murderer. The authenticity of this letter is still disputed. The fascination with Jack the Ripper comes from more than the violence. It also highlights the poverty, overcrowding, and misery of Whitechapel in Victorian London. Many of the victims lived in dire circumstances. The local houses were packed, hygiene was poor, and many people worked in dangerous or unstable jobs. Over the years, numerous suspects have been suggested: doctors, barbers, soldiers, even royalty, but none have been proven beyond doubt. The case remains one of the most famous unsolved mysteries in crime history. The story of Jack the Ripper continues to interest people today. It has inspired books, films, tours of Whitechapel, and countless articles. The myth of the unknown killer still holds power. We imagine the darkness of the streets, the fear of the residents, and the mystery of someone who vanished without trace.
The story of Jack the Ripper still matters today, because it reveals more than just brutal murders. It shows how society neglected the poor and vulnerable. In Victorian London, places like Whitechapel were overcrowded, dirty, and unsafe. The victims were women living on the margins, and their murders exposed the weaknesses of the police and the social system. Although more than 130 years have passed, we still feel the mystery of the unknown killer. The fact that the murderer vanished without capture challenges us. It reminds us that crime can shock even rich and powerful societies. Today we have forensic methods, CCTV, and 24-hour news, yet the fear of the unknown holds power. Moreover, the media coverage of the time shows how journalism can shape fears and legends. For these reasons, Jack the Ripper is not only a figure of past horror, but a case that invites us to reflect on justice, memory, and human rights.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope it helped you practice your English and learn something new. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next lesson. I'd also love to hear from you, so share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support means a lot and helps this channel grow. See you again in the next video.